video on JavaScript Crash Course. Here, this video we are going to cover the vanilla JavaScript, and in a short while I want you to fire up your favorite text editor. And in this text editor, actually I'm just going to propose a few for you. You can use brackets, you can use Atom, you could also use something like VS Code. That's what I'm using. You could also use something like Sublime. Okay, my favorite right now, I will be using Visual Studio Code editor, which is a very wonderful tool. So what I want you to do right now, just fire up your text editor and see you. Right, I hope you've fired up your favorite text editor. Now mine is Visual Studio Code editor. It's right here. Now this is the Visual Studio Code editor. As you can see, it's a very cool tool. Now you see, now you have three parts here. The first, are they three? Maybe four. Oh, okay. It's according to your visuals. Now here we have this part. We have this part where you have this part that is the Explorer. Now here you have the search part. Here you have the source control. Here you have the debug mode. And then here you have the extensions. Don't worry about the extensions up to this point. Even the debug, don't think about it. Now the second part is where you'll be seeing your folders, where you'll be seeing your work projects. And then on that part, this where you see, actually this I think the whole of this is there. That part, the whole of it. Now here, this where you have some of the descriptions in the customize part, where you have the customize and then learn. And then here you can see that you have some of your most recent open folders, like on the start part. That's where you are given the command, or that's where you are requested to open a new file, open a folder, or add a workspace. Don't worry about that. We are going to do everything from scratch. Now here we have the recent folders. This where all the work projects that we've been working on. Like here I've been working on these few projects, and then we have the help part. So don't worry about that. So what I want us to do, I want us to create a project very fast. It's going to be a vanilla JavaScript, and then we are going to open up in Visual Studio Code. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to minimize my Visual Studio Code. Then I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to create it in the desktop. I'm going to create a new folder called what do we call it? Somebody give me a suggestion. All right, I got yours. So we are going to call it JavaScript Crash Course. JavaScript Crash Course. JavaScript Crash Course. Okay, so now that's our folder. So what we are going to do, we are going to open up this folder we are going to open up in Visual Studio Code. So how do you do that? You just click open folder on the Visual Studio Code. So you click open folder, then you're going to navigate to where your folder is. Like mine is on the desktop, so I'm going to click desktop. And in my desktop we have very few folders, so I'm just gonna check the first one. Yeah, except for the other few ones, don't worry, they're just three, so selecting them won't be a very big issue. So here I'm going to select JavaScript Crash Course. Now I hope you are able to do that. So try doing that, and then let us now get into real work. Let us get our hands dirty. Okay, yeah. All right, now this is our folder space. Now, as you can see here on the left side, you can see here now we have the JavaScript Crash Course. That's the folder that we've opened. Now what we are going to do in this tutorial, we are going to add files, then we are going to add code into it. So how do we do this? Okay, the first thing that we're going to do, we are just going to create our first file so we can see some flows, right? Yeah, I know you can get bored by me telling you this and that by theory part. So let us do some real work. So I'm going just to click new file. You could click new file from here. That's the first way you can do it. Another way, you can just go to file, click file, then new file. And another way, you could use Control plus N. That's those, I mean the commands Control plus N, Control plus N. So you could use those several methods. I prefer using this other one. There's also this other one where you have a file icon, a new file icon here, just next to your projects, just next to your project. So I'm going to click that one, and then I'm going to call it index.js, index.js. Now a quick recap on some few things. Maybe you've not heard of this, but when you're doing JavaScript work, when it is in JavaScript, you have to have your extension of that dot part that comes in. It has to come in JS, just JS. Okay, then hit enter. Now your file is successfully created. So what we are going to do in this part, we are going to create the first application, a very simple application, so that we can see something on the browser, we can run it on the browser, we can do something on the browser, and then we can have the fun part. Okay, so let us do it. So because it's JavaScript, you don't have to wrap it in anything. Okay, you can just write it in pure or just an empty part. Okay, let us just start it. We do not have to wrap it in any tags because it's JavaScript. The browser has the conversion mechanism, or would you like to call it compiler, whatever. Okay, now here we're just going to write a very simple thing, like we're going to write alert, hello, 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 hello world. So now that is our first simple application. So just do this, save your work, let us rush and open up there. But so I'm using Opera. Opera is the best according to me, so that's an opinion thing. Okay, don't say it's the best according to you. It's not according to you. Opera is the best for me. Okay, so I'm going to open Opera, and then here I'm going to navigate to where my project folder is, and then I'm going to start the file. Okay, so let's see, just a moment. All right, now let us navigate to our project folder so that we can open up the file. So how do we do that? We can come here to menu, then click open. Now you don't see open, right? Yeah, I can see myself. I don't see open, so I could just use Control plus O, Control plus O, Control plus O. Then it's going to open up. So my computer is a bit laggy, don't worry. So it's coming up. Now I'm going to double click JavaScript Crashcourse, and then I'm waiting for just, oh man, it's taking forever to open. Okay, now here is our file. So I'm going to click open. Now I'm going to click index.js, and then I'm going to click open. Now that's it. I'm just waiting for it to load. The browser is loading the whole thing. You can see the spinning wheel, right? Yeah. Now that's our thing. Now this is a JavaScript. That is a JavaScript. Now we can see something on the browser. Now actually, to be honest, I did not intend for this kind of, and in fact I intended for something different. So let's go and have something better. Okay, right now. So now we're going to have something new. I want us to create a new file. Now this one is going to be index.html. So I'm going to create one called index.html. So in this one we're going to write HTML code, and then we are going to bring in some JavaScript. So I have a feeling, or I want to assume, that the assumptions that we are going to have in this crash course, we're going to assume that you have some basics in HTML. So if you don't, please go and get acquainted with HTML. Otherwise, let's get going. So here I'm going to use a very quick method. I'm going to use shift, and then I just want to get that snippet. So that's the HTML snippet. Then I'm going to call this one JavaScript crash course JavaScript crash course. Now what I'm going to do, I want us to include this JavaScript file in our HTML. So there are several ways that you can include JavaScript in HTML. Several ways. This include, you can type it internally in the HTML file, or you could include it externally. Okay, so let us try the first method. So I'm just going to use the first method. So the first method will be, I'm going to write it internally in the page. So the first one is going to be, you just include a script tag that is in the HTML file. Then here you can have alert. I want you to look at the difference here. So this one is going to be hello world. So this actually the effect that I expected. So here we can come here, and instead of index.js you can have index.html. And remember to put a dot, because this is the extension that we're changing. And then we can, now this what I expected. You see the pop-up? Okay, that cool thing. Yeah, I know you're saying, whoa, yeah, voila, it worked. So that's the thing. So that's the part. Let me reload again, and then you're going to see what I mean. This is the part that I'm talking about. Now this hello world comes from this alert. It comes from this alert. So this is an internally typed JavaScript. Okay, so because this is internally typed, because the JavaScript is internally typed, we didn't have to include anything else. So something else, we can have something else, like we could say prompt prompt what is your name, what is your name, and then we can say var name equals prompt what is your name, and then we are going to alert, then we are going to alert the name, alert name, then we are going to alert name. So save your work, then refresh, then we're going to have some. So my name is Cosmic, again my name is Cosmic, so I'm going to say okay, then it alerts my name. So isn't that a cool thing? It is, just accept it, okay, give credit where due. All right, now I know I've given you some, maybe I've jumped a bit. So what we're going to do, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what this and what that is, okay? Yeah. Alright, now that was the first method that you can use to include JavaScript in your HTML code. Now, the other method that you can use an external page. Like now, as you can see here, we have index.html, and then we have index.js. Now, we can include this index.js here in our HTML page. Now, to do that, you need to take into consideration some of the few things that that are going to be considered by the browser. The first thing is what dependencies are you going to use, because if you're going to use lesser dependencies, then it would be a great idea if you put JavaScript at the top of your file. Otherwise, if you're using more dependencies and you want your JavaScript to load after everything has loaded, you can put your JavaScript just immediately after all your code. So yeah, what we are going to do, we are going to include our JavaScript just after. For the best practices, we call them the best practices. The best practice is to put JavaScript immediately before the end of your HTML file. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to include a script tag, but I want you to notice this time I'm going to use something called source. Okay, so here I'm going to use script, and then this time I'm going to use the src. Now this one means I'm going to get the file externally. Now because we have the file here externally, I'm going to use index.js. So now a quick recap. Now because we are using an external file, what we do, we're trying to refer to the location of that file. So here I'm giving it index.javascript just because it is in the same folder. Otherwise, if it was not in the same folder, I would just have given the relative path or the absolute path. I know you're good. I want to believe that you're good with pathing, with getting the path. But if you're not good, you could try maybe giving the name of the folder / then the name of the file. But if you're not good, okay, like we can do something. We can create a new folder. We can create a new folder, like we can call it scripts. We can call it scripts, and then we can take our JavaScript and then move it to. We can move it to what? We can move it to the script. So here I'm going to put the scripts in there. I'm going to put it in the. So now, as you can see, now we have the index.js in the scripts folder. So how do we include it now in our HTML? Now we have put it in a folder. So what you do, you just put it in a what? You just put it in dot, and then scripts, and then the file. Now then we're going to have index.js. So to make sure that you've loaded your file correctly, you can go to the browser, then fire up the debug tool. So how you do that, you can use Control Shift I, and then you wait for the debug tool or the console to load. Now here it is. So to know, if you want to know that if you've loaded your resources correctly, you can just refresh. So it is working. Now what is running is now this index.javascript. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this index.javascript in a different tab. I want you to see the coolness of this text editor. It's cool such that you can open multiple files and you can be able to view them in several ways. So I'm going to close it, then I'm going to open it to the left. So we're going to edit them simultaneously. Now as you can see here, we are running this file. That's why we're getting hello world. So I want to add some code here so that we can tell that it's from the other file. So here we can have hello world. This is from an external JS file. So we can save that, and then go and refresh our link. Yes, hello world, this is from an external JS file. So that's up to that point. So now I have shown you how to connect the files, external and internal. So how about now we get our hands dirty? Okay, are you ready? Yeah, no, so I want you to try this. First, make sure that you can connect your two files. If you can write the files internally, no, I mean the code internally, and if you can connect from an external file. After that point, now we're going to write very bare JavaScript. I'll show you now where we're going to start from. From this point, I want you to code as a code, because those were just that was some kind of an introduction. Now this part is where we get into real coding. Okay, yeah. Now we've been working on the introduction. Now this part I want you to be ready, because this one is going to be the part where you code as I code, or you watch and then code later. So how we are going to do this, we are going to code from scratch. We're going to write a few things. So the first thing that we're going to start with, in JavaScript we have several things. Now because this is a programming, it's not really a programming language, it's actually a scripting language. So because it's a scripting language, or it does programming, okay, let's not really have a debate on that. Okay, so because we are going to program some things, we are going to write something, we are going to give it some commands. So to do these commands, we have to have data, and this data, when we talk about information and computer and so many things, computers, what do computers do? They convert raw data into information. So what you're going to give, you're going to give it raw data so that it can process the data, and then it can give us the feedback. So the first way that JavaScript learns about or how it categorizes the data. Now you can give it variables, and also you can give it okay, variables. Yes, let us say just variables. But why did I come up with variables? Because now variables are just data types. So there's a different kind of data type in every variable. Okay, like you could have the variable. Do we use Kenyan name? Yes, Kenya. I'm Kenyan. Okay, I'm Kenyan. So we could use something like Kamau. Now my friend is laughing over there. Okay, we could do something like Kamau. Yeah, like a variable Kamau is a string. So variable name is Kamau. Kamau, as you can see, Kamau. Now I want you to look at these two parts. Now here we have the declaration. What are you writing is a variable. That's why you're using the var keyword. And then you have the name. The name is the name of the variable, and then Kamau, which is a string, is the value. It is the value. And then you close your statement with a semicolon. So let me describe this again. Now this type of data type is called a string. The type is called a string. A string is the kind of a variable where you are wrapping the value in double quotation marks, or single quotation marks. That's what a string is. Use double or single quotation marks. Yes, some people will like calling them speech marks. Okay, that's when you have a string. Now, okay, how does JavaScript know it's a string? Is it a string? No, JavaScript is an intelligent language. It's going to know. Okay, just you type your variable, and then it's going to tell what it is. Now we can have something else like variable number one. Let us call it num1 equals 1. Now JavaScript will tell that is a number. Okay, so this data type is a number. So this one is a number. JavaScript can tell what is a number. Okay, so this one is a number. When it's a number, you just declare it. It's like 0 to 9. The numbers 0 to 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are the numbers. Now we could also have something like variable, or we can have float 1. Now a float is a number with a decimal points, like 0.789. That one is a float. You know what is a floating point number? Is that number that has a decimal. Okay, so that one is a float point number. Float point number. But you do not have to declare it like explicitly. JavaScript does it for you. Okay, when you have something 0 dot sorry, when you have something like 0.21, 0.2, or 0.5, now that's what you call a float. Now we can have other data types. You could have other data types like true or false, like are you okay? Are you okay? and then what did you say? Did you say yes or no? Okay, now whatever you said is a boolean, so you could have true, sorry, true or false. So this one is a, it's a boolean, boolean. This one is a boolean data type where you have true or false, true or false. Now we could also have some other data types, like we could have classes, but this one is not for this tutorial. Is about out of this of the scope of this tutorial. We could have classes, then we could have objects. So don't worry about these ones, we're going to cover them in a later tutorial. As we go, we're going to have some advanced JavaScript class, and then we're going to cover them. But for now, because this is a crash course, and it's an introduction crash course, introduction to JavaScript, so these ones will do. Now we are going to come across some others, but as we go, don't worry. But in JavaScript we also have another one, data type. Now in the new generation of JavaScript, we have okay, we could have a let's say like Wangari. Oh no, let's not use that. I'm sorry, I'm just using solo names. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Okay, so we could use something like val names, names in my area, or over product name. The product name, like assume you're buying something and you get, it has something like yeah, it has a name like orange 123. Now as you can see, it has a name and then it has some numbers. Okay, so this is some kind of a variable or type, data type called any. Okay, so this one is the new kind. Now let me introduce some now let me introduce some others. Some others include let. I'm going to introduce, this is the new generation of JavaScript, new variable declarations methods. So we have the let keyword, and then we have the const. Now the let keyword, you're going to define a variable that's going to change over the time. Maybe the variable is going to change as you progress in your programming, but the constant, that variable does not change, and that is the best method, because when you declare something globally and then maybe you change it somewhere down the line, when maybe on line 10,000, so when you are at that point, you're going to do some messing up to your code. So the best thing would be use a constant, because when you use a constant, that means the variable is constant, it's not going to change. Okay, so we are going to use like let us see, like we could have constant name, constant price is equals to 1000. So it's constant, and then you can see the price is what is 1000. So the price is a number. So constant is a key, is a variable definition key, so they is a keyword. So then we could have let name equals Alicia, let name equals Alicia. Now when you have something like that, now you can tell that this name can change. Now we can have now we can say name equals Alicia Keys. Yeah, Alicia Keys, and you see everything's okay. So we can come here and just see, we can try and alert the name. So we can say alert name. So I want us to check, are we going to get Alicia or are we going to get Alicia Keys? So let's go to the browser and see what we get. My browser is lacking now, so let's refresh and see what we get. So we are getting some errors. Now I told you that the console or the debugging tool, it's a very good tool. Now as you can see, we have a problem here on index.js on line 5. So we can go to line 5, and see what is the problem. Now this one, that is a problem. So that one was not supposed to be there. So what I'm supposed to do here is comment. Okay, so save the whole thing and then refresh. Now I want you to look at this. Identifier name has already been cleared. Now this is bringing a problem because you have another one called variable here. Now that is also bringing a problem. So what we can do, we can comment the whole thing out, save our work, and then refresh here. Now you see we are getting Alicia keys. Why? Because it has been given a value over again. Okay, so as you can see, the first time we defined the name, we got Alicia. That's the first value, but then the name has been given another value. So now you're having Alicia keys. Now what if we give it name? We say it is equals to Donald Trump, my best president. Oh, of course. So let's refresh. You see, now we got Donald Trump. So that's how that works. Now what about, let us try and change the value of the constant. Try to change the value, value of the price, and the price is a what? Is a constant. It's a constant. So you can come and say price equals 200. Price equals 200. Save and then refresh. Now I want us to go back to the debug tool and see what kind of error we're getting. Now we have an uncaught type error. That's assignment to a constant variable. Why? Because it cannot happen. You cannot change a constant. Okay, so I want you to notice that part. On line what? On line 16. So on line 16 we are doing the mistake of what? Of trying to assign a new variable to a constant, that is price. So again, you cannot change the word, you cannot change the value of a constant. So this is the next generation. Actually it's really not next generation, it's already happening. So as you can see, I'm using it. It's really not next generation, it's now generation. So that's it. So what I want you to do, I want you to try and see if you can identify the data types. So here we are looking at data types actually. So maybe I should comment here. And maybe these are what? These are data types. These are data types. Data types. And data types, we have several data types. We have one. We have boolean. That is true or false. True or false. Then we have number 2. We have strings. Then we have 3. We have strings. We have 3. We have numbers. 4. We have float. So numbers, we have float point numbers. But you really do not have to. You don't have to be very explicit about it. JavaScript has the capability of telling what you are writing or what kind of a variable is your number. So that's it. So and then we have this actually. These are just the basic ones. Okay, these are the basic ones. And now in the new kind of JavaScript here, right now we're using about I think it's ES6, ECMAScript 6, and ECMAScript is the kind of those are the guys who decide what kind of a JavaScript or what is the version of JavaScript that we're using. So this one is ECMAScript 6. So with this one, this order, but now here this the ECMAScript part where you have the let and the const. Don't worry, we are going to see about them as we go. So up to this point, what have we learned about? Here we've learned about the data types. We say that there is true or false. Like when I say you are a boy, are you a boy? I don't know. Whoever you are, maybe your name is male or female. Though in some other places you cannot really tell from the name what the gender is. So am I a boy or a girl? I'm going to say no, I'm a boy. So that doesn't make sense. But when you ask me if I'm a boy, I'm going to tell you yes. Or am I a male? Yes. So that is a true. Use it when you ask me am I a female, I'm going to say no. So that is answer what? That is answer a false. Then we have strings. Strings we've said is every value of a variable that is it's put in what? It's put in quotation marks or speech marks. Numbers, just numbers. When you assign a variable value to be a number. Float point numbers are those dot, okay, like 53.5 or 53.2 or something like that, okay. Those are the float point numbers. Now I said those are not just the ones, okay. We have several, and we will cover them in the advanced class, but for now we're going to cover these basics. This is the scope that we're going to cover, because you have to start from somewhere to get somewhere, okay. Yeah, try this out and then let us get the next lesson. Alright, now in the last lesson we were looking on the data types, and in this lesson we are going to look at how you can apply some of these data types, okay. So what we are going to do here, I'm going to clean up everything. I'm going to delete everything. And then I'm going to start typing some few of these things. Now the first thing that we did was have some pop-up text. So how did we do that? That we did by writing the word alert. Alert is a method, and then we gave it a hello world. Now this hello world is some kind of, this alert is some kind of method that is going to pop up text, and then everything is going to be modular, such that it's going to be seen above everything else on the browser. As you can see, when we reload, we are going to see how this part. I mean, the page does not stop from loading, and then you have this part. Now we have several types of pop-ups. The first type of pop-up that I'm going to talk about is the alert part. An alert is used to show information, maybe when you want to display some very important or vital information to the end user or to the client. So how do you use this? Maybe you could be telling that a user missed something, or maybe you could be telling a user needs to do something. It's all about the importance, the critical extent, or the critical state of something. So that's when you use the alert. Now we have another one called the prompt. The prompt, as you remember, is used to get information from. It is used to get information from the user. It's a way of JavaScript correcting what? It's a way of JavaScript correcting information. Like you could use, what is your name? What is your name? What is your name? What is your name? And then it will just going to ask what is your name. Is going to present a field where you can write your name. Like I can write mine is Cosmic, okay, but now it's not going to do anything because we're not giving it the functionality. Okay, so here we go back. That's the second method, and the other one is confirm. It's called confirm. Like you can say, are you sure you wanna close the window? Yeah, now that's the third kind of pop-up that we're going to have. Now we save the whole thing and then refresh. Now this is the first pop-up. It is an alert. It says hello world. This is the second one. This one is a prompt. It asks for your name. Confirm. You say okay. No, I'm just going to write Cosmic. That one is the prompt. This one is the prompt. And then this one is the word. This is the confirm, where you're required to confirm, and then you're going to give either a yes or a no. You're going to say okay. So now, because we've arrived at that part, I want us to use the three of them in conjunction, so that we can give it some data, and then we can do some calculations. Okay, so here what I want us to do, I want us to create some kind of application whereby you do some calculations. Okay, we're going to have an app where you do some calculations, like you could have multiplication, like you could have addition, and then so let us start with addition. So I'm going to remove this one, and then I'm going to leave this part, alert hello world. I'm going to say hello my friend the bot, on the other side. Oh no, I know you're not a bot. So hello my friend, let us play a game. So here I'm going to do what? I'm going to require you to give me the first number. So I'm going to say variable number one is equals to prompt, enter the number for addition. So you're going to enter the first number, and then after that I'm going to tell you to enter the second number. File number 2 file number 2 is equals to prompt enter the second number for addition. That's the second number, and then we are going to have the result. Then we are going to have alert. The result is, then we are going to concatenate with number 1. We're going to we can first create the variable for the result, so we can have our result is equals to num1 plus num2, so we can concatenate with what? With the result. So let's refresh our page and see if we get something cool, right? So hello my friend, let us play a game. Okay, yeah, okay, so enter the first one. My first number is 1. Number 2 is 2, and then no, that's not, is that true? It's not. So what we're going to do, we're going to first try, as you can see, it is taking them, it is because it is in a string, it is taking them as a what? As a string. So let us try that in a different setting. So let us try to set the numbers. Or we could use here, we could use the two of them. We could use the let keyword. Okay, then here we can say number 1, or we could say let us just put num1 equals 2, and then num2 equals 3. So let us comment this one out. Let's comment that one out and then refresh. So okay, the result is what? Is 5. Is that right? Yeah, it is right. Now as you can see, we have this number and this number. So what do we learn from this example? Now what we are learning from this example is, when we get number from input fields, we have to expressly tell JavaScript that is it's an integer. Okay, but if we tell expressly, or we write an express number like 2 or 3, JavaScript knows that is a what? That's a number. But if you're not explicit, JavaScript might not know. So we can find if something is a number by using something called what? Is NaN. So let us do this. So we could use this, we could still use this. So we save, let's refresh, and then we're going to have a little mistake. Let us refresh. Okay, enter the first number 5, enter the second number 4, the result is 54. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to check if number 1 is a number and number 2 is a number. So how do we do that? Now here we get to do conditionals. So the first condition we are going to use is if is NaN. Okay, NaN, this one is a method that is used to find or to decide if a number is, or to decide if a variable is a number. If is NaN, now this one is going to return a boolean. It's going to return a true or false. If is NaN, if is a number, it's a number, number 1, and is a number, is NaN, number 2, num2. Then we're going to have the what? We are going to have the addition. So we can put this one inside here, and then you can have the result of our result. Instead of that, we could just take this one here, just take that one here, put there, save, and then refresh. Else, if it's not a number, else we could just alert not a number. So we save that and refresh. No, definitely this one is not going to be a what? It's not going to be. Okay, let's see. So we have 4. So it's not a what? It's not a number because it's not being explicitly declared as a what? As a number. So did you get that? I want you to get that because that is very, very important. Okay, now the next step that you're going to do is prompt. We're going to look at the what? We've already looked at the prompt. We're going to look at the confirm, where you're required to confirm something. Okay, now I also want you to look at the stage of this something. We have these 3 parts. We have the inner condition, we have this if, but for now maybe you shouldn't think about it. We are going to do it as we go. Okay, yeah, I'm going to remember to make sure that we look at this. In fact, let us do that right now. All right, now in this one we're going to look at this block of code. Now here we're going to have this block of code before I go to confirm part. Now the confirm pop-up. Yeah, now so here as you can see, we have a condition here. This condition, this is how it works. Now in the if we have the if keyword here, we have the if keyword. It is followed by this, so I'm going to write it here just for description purposes. So I'm going to have if, it is followed by that, and then that. So what do we have here? Now here we have an if keyword, then it's followed by a parenthesis, and then it's followed by what? A curly braces. So this one is called a parenthesis, and this one is called a what? A curly braces. So the condition is going to be the what? The condition is going to be in the parenthesis, and then the code that you want to run, if that condition is true, is going to be, or if that condition is returned as you wanted, or if it returns a true, it is going to be running the what? It is going to be running this block of code that is in between the curly braces. If that condition is true, or whatever, however you want it to evaluate it, does not return whatever you wanted, then you're going to have the else part. You're going to have the else part. Like you can have if gender var equals male, if gender, let us remove this var keyword. Do not use var keyword in the word. So if the gender is equal to male, you can have alert. You can have alert hello sir. Else if the gender is not male, so it's going to be female. Okay, so you can have alert hello mom. Is it ma'am or ma'am? Yeah, hello ma'am. So that's how it's going to be to work. Okay, so what we are going to do, okay, now here we need to escape this character. We need to escape that character. So that's how you escape characters. So now let us try to get your gender. Okay, let us try to get your gender. So what is your gender? Okay, don't tell it to me. So I'm going to comment this one out for now. So var gender equals we're going to, yeah, you're going to write it prompt what is your gender, what is typing problems is your gender. What is your gender? Save your work and then refresh. So we're going to refresh, then it's going to ask what is your gender. Like mine is male. Yeah, it's male. So it is going to say hello sir. Do you see that? If I wrote female, it's going to give me what? It's going to give me, oh, it is still giving me hello sir. We should use a double equals sign there, okay, because this one is not an assignment, that one is not an assignment. So here we're going to have what? Mine is male, so it is going to be hello sir. But what if we have female? It's going to be hello ma'am. Now we are good. So That's how an if conditional works. So that's a conditional, and a condition decides if the value returned, if something you decide if this is returns true, or if this the action that has been taken, this is what is going to happen, or if this action did not take place, this is what is going to happen. Okay, so that is not for I'm just trying to get you thinking. Okay, I'm trying to bombard you with ideas so that I can get you thinking, because as we go we'll be using these things, because a program is a whole lot of these things. Okay, so you need to be ready, you need to be prepared for these things. I want you to be thinking about them, because as we go I want you to learn some of this bit and then some of that, but right now we're going back to the confirm. Alright, now let us go back to the confirm part. Now in the confirm part, that is where you're required to confirm an action. Like, let's go back to the M-Pesa part where you are required to confirm a transaction before you really proceed. Now that's some kind of a confirm, but in JavaScript that one is not going to be that kind of a UI. So we're just going to have another pop-up, we are going to have some prompt, like we can have an alert first, like we could say alert your gender your gender is Alex, is male. Sorry, I'm just using Alex, I don't know how. So instead of using alert, so that part is if we just alert it. Now I want you to see that is alert. Now you can see this button, we're just having an okay button. That's not true, because not everybody is going to be male. So we can have something like we could have something like what we could, instead of saying alert, we could say confirm. We could say confirm, and then we could say var is true. We say that. Now if your gender is going to be male, is going to be, you're going to click OK. If not, you're going to click no. So what we're going to do, we're going to say alert is true. We're going to say alert is true. So what we are going to do here, we're going to refresh. So my gender is male, of course. Yes, so it returns the true. What if I run and then they say cancel? It's not male. So that is the confirm part. So I hope you got that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say to put it again across. So the confirm part is where you want to confirm some data from the user. So how you do it, you use a confirm. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are assigning the is true variable to the confirmed whatever is going to get the data from the user, and then we are alerting the variable here. So now let us go to the conditionals. We are in this part, we are going to do the conditionals. Here we are going to use ifs. And then we are going to learn how the if statements they work. Then we're going to see how or what do we use them. Now I'm going to use a very simple kind of analogy, like let us have this kind of analogy. Now today it's a sunny day. It's a sunny day here in Kenya. Okay, what if it's not a sunny day and maybe I'm outdoor? So let us have some several things here, or some several situations. One is I am outdoor, and then the second thing is it's raining, and then the third thing is I am what? I have a kid. So how do we do this thing? So because it is raining, if it is raining, now we can use the in common English. Okay, if it is raining, we carry an umbrella. If it is not raining, that's where the else part goes. If it is not raining, we could carry a what? We could carry nothing, or yeah, just maybe walk around without having to carry an umbrella. Now if it is raining, I carry an umbrella. If it's not, I do not carry an umbrella. Now there's something else. I have a kid now, and it's not raining, and the sun. So what happens? I'm going to carry an umbrella for the kid. So that's how you put it. So if it is raining, now the conditions here are it's raining. It's raining or not. then I'm outside, I'm outdoors. Then I got a kid, I got an infant, I get a kid, has a kid, has a kid. So how we are going to look at these things, we are going to decide if you are going to carry an umbrella. So here it's about carrying a what? An umbrella. All right, now you want to put the conditionals in coding. Okay, now here we are saying it's raining, right? I'm outdoors, yes, and I have a kid. So if it's raining and I'm alone, I will need to carry an umbrella. If it is not raining and I'm alone, I'll not need an umbrella. If it is raining and I have a kid, I'm going to carry an umbrella. If it is raining and I'm not if it's not raining and I have a kid, I'm still going to do what? I'm going to carry an umbrella. So let us write some simple conditions. So here we are going to first check, is it raining? So we are going to have a variable called var is raining, and then we are going to set it is to, we're going to give it a variable. It is going to be either true or false. So we're going to say it is either true or false. So if then we also need to have another variable, like am I alone or am I with a kid? So we could say var I'm alone. We could also give it a true. So we could also give it a true. So we're going to first check the first situation, if I am alone. So let us write the conditional. So conditional. So if it's raining, so when I just write like that, it's going to return a true or false. So if it's raining and I'm alone, alert, you need an umbrella, buddy, else alert, you wanna stroll in the beach or at the beach. Don't worry about the grammar. So if it is raining and it returns a true and I'm alone, so if it is raining and I am alone, then it's going to return a what? That I need an umbrella. If it's not raining, it's going to tell me you can stroll on the what? On the beach. So let us check it out. Let us refresh the whole thing. Wait for it. It is still telling me that my gender is, yeah, now it's raining, and so as you can see, it is raining and I am alone. So it is telling me I need a what? I need an umbrella. So now that part was for just one person. Now what if I'm not alone? What if I'm not alone? So let us maybe change this one. Let us maybe change that one to false. Now that one is going to give us the wrong thing. So that is not true, because I'm not alone this time around. I'm not alone. So just a moment, I want to refresh this page so that we can get we're having some code that is still running. This one, I need to remove that code. I don't need it. Save it, refresh this page, then you want to store on there, which, so that's not true, because I'm not alone. So I have a kid and it's raining. So what we're going to do here, we're going to remove this else, and then we're going to check for the other condition. If else, so here we're going to put there, if is raining, that's true, and so to use and, you use the ampersand, the two ampersand signs. So we're going to say if it's raining and I'm not alone, so and I'm alone equals false. So here we can say alert, you need an umbrella for the kid. Now if it is not raining and I have a kid, I still need a what? If else is raining, if it is raining, and so if it's raining, we are going to say if it's raining is false, equals false, and I'm alone equals false. If it's raining equals false, so that means we're going to have the sun, and then I'm alone equals false. We also need a alert, you need an umbrella for the kid. So because still the kid will need to be protected from the sunshine. Okay, so the other one, so we can have else, we can have the else part, else alert. So don't use those are the square brackets, you don't use the square brackets. Else, so you can have the else part where you can say alert, you can stroll on the beach or at the beach. Do you stroll on or at? Okay, don't worry about that. On the beach, okay, you can stroll on the beach. So we're having some few errors here. This is the beauty of the Visual Studio Code. As you can see, we have some linting, and we can tell that we have an error. So the error comes from this. We're supposed to say else if and not if else. Okay, so this one should be else if. Yeah, okay, now you see that the error is gone. So let us now see. So let us refresh this. You need an umbrella for the kid. That's true, because it is raining, it's true, and I'm not alone, so I'm with the kid. Okay, so that is the conditional part. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap it at this point, and then what we're going to do, I'm going to get another one for the continuation of this. So what I want you to do, just click subscribe, like my videos, and if you want more, just subscribe to my channel. We'll be seeing you next time. See you.